Alright, so boom. One of the pioneers of the emo rap scene in the mid to late 2010s. To say Lil Peep didn't have an impact on thousands upon thousands of people in the short time that he was around will be a flat out lie. I'm already expecting that most, if not all of the music that I'm about to hear from him in this video is about heartbreak, sadness, depression, and all of that. But hey, as long as the music sounds great, then I don't mind it. Remember that if a song isn't included in this video, it's because I already know the song or I just simply didn't pick it since it's only 10 tracks. But Lil Peep is one of those artists where I've never heard a song by him, so in this case, the reason will solely be the second reason. Let's get started, and I hope you all send me some great sounding tracks. The first track that I picked from my own random personal choice is from his mixtape Live Forever, and it's called 2008. Another thing that I assumed about Lil Peep's music that I didn't say in the intro is that I already have a feeling that I'm about to get XXXTentacion vibes from this man. As y'all know, I made a Am I Sleepin video on X, and I made a Worst Songs and Best Songs video. So between those three videos, I heard a ton of sad emo songs about not wanting to be alive anymore and all of that from X. So if Peep has the exact same style, then that won't be a new experience for me. The entire reason I bring this up here is because 2008 definitely feels like something X would have made, not only because of the subject matter and the sound, but because of the length. This track is 1 minute and 44 seconds long, and X definitely was someone who made a ton of very short tracks. Not even just on mixtapes or EPs, on his whole albums, he would have very short songs like this. But don't worry, I'm not about to compare Peep and X throughout this whole video. Just know that that's something that's going to be in the back of my mind because they did make the same type of sad music. The track 2008 was produced by Hector Vey, who also produced another song on this project called Mirror Mirror. And like I said, because this song is super short, there's not too much to talk about. Peep sings to a woman about how he wants to tell her he loves her as much as he does now, as he did many years ago, like the year 2008. And not only is he not going to leave her, he's not even going to let her leave him. To the point where he takes a darker approach and says that she's not going to be able to leave him if she wanted to. Girl, I got whatever you want right here. I ain't never letting you leave, my dear. I'ma tie you up and I'ma lock you away. You don't ever listen to the shit that I say. I'm pretty sure Peep wouldn't have done something like this in his lifetime. He just said that to drive home in the song how he cares about this girl and wants to confide in her. I do want to say that I feel like the very end of the song had nothing to do with what he was singing about beforehand. Like I said, the short track is about telling a woman you love her and you need her to listen to your words, even if you have to force her. But then he suddenly sings, "Smoking on some loud out the motherfucking pound, I'ma give your bitch an ounce for free." Those three lines seem so disconnected to the rest of the song. He just felt like throwing that in there. But yeah, 2008 wasn't the best choice for the opening song. I didn't pick that good of a track. This song was whatever. But hopefully the songs y'all gave me are much longer and have much more fulfilling content. Next up from Instagram, from @GloryBoyTaj, is the song Gym Class. Whip it like a NASCAR. I can see the time pass. Feel like I'm in high school. I know you guys have songs where you don't like this happening, but one thing I didn't like about Gym Class was that the intro was playing for way too long before the vocals came in. Those intros where it's just the beat playing for a long time and it takes forever till someone starts singing or rapping, that happened here. Peep didn't say anything until the 50-second mark. 50 seconds. The production is fine. It's a somber, melancholy ballad. It's just at the very beginning of the song, it goes on for way too long. Luckily, Peep makes up for it lyrically and the whole song sounds nice. Gym Class sees him talking to a past lover about their relationship when they were younger and how their relationship has changed somewhat now that he's becoming a famous rapper. So at the time, Peep had an on and off girlfriend named Emma Harris. He had known Emma since he was 8 years old. And you know how with X, damn near every relationship song he's ever made, people would instantly go, "Oh, he was talking about Geneva when he said that." It's pretty similar to Peep. Pretty much every love song he has can be looked at as being written about Emma. She even directed a couple of his videos. I said directed like that because the ones where she did, like for the track Live Forever, there's not much being done. She just holding the camera while Peep is walking around. So yeah, sure, I guess we can say that's directing the video. The whole song is Pete reminiscing on he and Emma's past, and he tells her the thoughts that he would have in his head when he would think about her. and how their relationship has changed over time. I do think the very second line is pretty weird. Whip it like a NASCAR, I can see the time pass, feel like I'm in high school, fucking me in gym class. I don't know what type of gym class they was in where Peep was getting taken to Pound Town in it, but okay. Cause he didn't say he was fucking her, he said she was fucking him, so he must have been on that type of time. I even came across a YouTube short that said this was one of Peep's hardest lines, and I was like, boy, what? Other than that line, the song is informative about their relationship, telling us that Emma was down with him before he even wanted to be a rapper, and now that he's up, he has let the fame get to his head in some way, being more of a jerk to her, but he says it's all good because he still got money that she can use. You was in with me way before I even wrote raps. Now I'm seeing cash flow. I can be an asshole, yeah I know, but it's all good cause I let her spend my money though. That's pretty funny. Hey, at least I got bread. You ain't messing around with no broke boys, so you'll be fine. But it's also revealing and lets us know where Peep's head was around the time he was first coming up. The rest of the song is pretty basic, like Peep calling her a bad bitch, she like a porn star. We can pop pills together and go to outer space. But one line that was very straightforward, but I really liked it anyway, was when he said, never in the streets cause I never leave my home. After learning Peep's story and learning that one of the reasons he even started using drugs so heavily was because he would get strong anxiety from feeling isolated and alone. He was already exposed to him at a young age, but as he got older is when he got more invested in him. Other than his mom and then along came Emma, Peep always felt like he didn't have anybody. Stuff like that is what adds to the music video as well. It has a home video feel to it, you know, it's not a highly produced record label music video where they spend thousands upon thousands of dollars. So watching a video like this, now that he has passed away, it just really makes you look at it like, damn man. I have a feeling listening to a lot of his music is about to give me this eerie sad boy vibe. But hey, let's see. Next up, recommended on Twitter. And yes, I'm still saying Twitter for the time being. From @AI_Barkley7 is the song Witchblades featuring Lil Tracy. I've been told that pretty much every collab that Peep and Tracy have together is heat. And y'all better be right because a few of their collabs is in this video. This song Witchblades was running up them numbers. I didn't peep the views on the video when I clicked on it. I just simply clicked and went straight to full screen to watch the video. After I finished watching it and exited full screen, I saw that this had 264 million views. I went, 264 million? Damn, 264 million people tuned in to hear some mid? Nah, this isn't mid, but I will say this about Witchblades. I kinda don't enjoy Lil Tracy's performance on this song. So first off, the entire track is Peep and Tracy shouting out their crew Goth Boy clique, talking about their appearance and what they wear. They carry switchblades, they be doing blow, they keep that white girl, Christina Aguilera. Tracy comes in talking about being bipolar, being an outcast in high school, and how he wants to be buried with his jewelry on. The thing that I don't like is his low and deep voice delivery. So he pretty much raps like, in high school, I was a loner, I was a reject, I was a poser, multiple personalities, I'm bipolar. I don't really get any reaction out of hearing his verse. Now, Tracy and Peep kind of share lyrics in this song. Peep's verse is just repeating half of the same lines that Tracy said, but for me, Peep is more entertaining to listen to because of how much louder he was and the more screaming effect he had on his vocals. That's what I mean. It sounds much better when Peep does it. I get that for some people that may be the appeal right there, to go from Tracy's slower and quieter delivery to Peep's louder and more energetic delivery. The contrast of those two things may add to the appeal of the song. I completely get that, but for me, Tracy is a little boring on this song. When I die, bury me with all my eyes on. When I die, bury me with all the lights on. That doesn't sound as good as when I die, bury me with all my eyes on. When I die, bury me without the lights on. I even watched a video of them performing this live, so seeing so many people enjoy this song is pretty cool, seriously. But I can't get into this track because of Tracy. Something else that happened when I was listening to Witchblades was that I found a 24/7 live stream of Lil Peep's music that apparently has been going on since the middle of March 2023, so about 5 months of me making this video. And in that video, I came across another song with Lil Tracy called I Crash, You Crash. I Crash, You Crash will not be in this video, but to let y'all know, I did enjoy that more than Witchblades. So far, I haven't been blown away by anything. Every track has just been alright, so hopefully it picks up. The first recommendation from YouTube is from Havoc Osiris, and the track is titled The Way I See Things. This instantly became one of my favorite songs by Peep when I first heard it. I ran this back to back to back to back after the first listen. Instant dub for this song. This track is from Peep's very first mixtape, Lil Peep Part 1, from September 2015. He had a few EPs and all his stuff on SoundCloud before that month, but his first mixtape is labeled as this one. It's the second track from the tape, and spoiler alert, the only track from the tape that's going to be in this video. So remember when I was talking about gym class and I said, I have a feeling listening to a lot of his music is about to give me this eerie sad boy vibe. I instantly got that feeling here. This track was produced by Cryptic and it totally has that tribute video sound to it. When a person passes away and their family puts together a movie of pictures and videos throughout that person's life from childhood to their later years, this beat sounds exactly like something that would play over one of those clips. Now, a little more than half of this song is a relationship track. I will say about 60% of it is Peep singing about not giving up on a lost love. The woman he desires has moved on and claims that she doesn't care about Peep anymore, and he's saying that he's going to keep fighting for her. Even though she claims she moved on, he knows that he's still on her mind. The other 40% is the darker side, such as the very beginning of the song. The first line is, I got a feeling that I'm not gonna be here for next year. The line right after that is, so let's laugh a little before I'm gone. One of Peep's most prominent subject matters in his songs was not only death period, but Peep would say that he knows that he was going to die at a young age and that he wasn't even planning on having a very long life. With all of the documentaries and stories I've watched about Peep before making this video, one thing that's kind of sad as well to learn was that Peep was knowingly using harmful substances. Even after several panic attacks, seizures, convulsions and stuff, he would tell himself, I'm aware that these things can kill me, but this is all I have to make me feel better. And hearing stuff like that is scary because with that mindset that he was in, you can never just tell him, if you're addicted, then just stop using them. You know what I mean? Some people's minds are so far gone that even if they consciously know they can die from what they're doing, they're going to continue anyway. So outside of the love stuff, that's what he's thinking about here. Being backstabbed by people he trusted, and now he's just getting high and letting time go on until death comes to get him. Let me say this right now, if you're not the type of person that likes hearing this type of dark ass subject matter in music, then Lil Peep will never be for you because that was a lot of what he sang and rapped about. It might even be more songs like that in this video, so let's see. Another recommendation from Twitter from @EnvyCree is the song Star Shopping. I should have known that this was going to be good since it was produced by Cryptic, the same one that I said produced the previous fire track, The Way I See Things. Peep said on his Twitter back in 2015 that it took him 20 minutes to write and record this song. And that's crazy that sometimes the best songs by our artists are ones that they just made like that. And Star Shopping was one of Peep's biggest songs in his early career. After leaving high school, Peep moved from New York to California to live with one of his friends and attended a community college in Pasadena. But after struggling to pay the rent and his music career wasn't going anywhere fast, Peep found himself back in New York living with his mom. While living in New York with my Dukes, Peep would attend a community college there and work even harder on his music when he wasn't attending classes. And during this time period is where his earliest biggest songs were created, like Star Shopping and the next song that's going to be on this list. The track is him singing to Emma Harris, again, asking her to be patient with him. What I mean by patient is in relation to the background that I just gave you. Peep was in a mind space where he wanted to work on himself and get a better life, but he felt like he wasn't getting anywhere. But since he still loved Emma, he was asking for her to not leave him. I know that I'm not the best person I could be, and I know that I could be holding you back from progressing in your life, but just be patient with me. I love you so much that when I do come up and I am on my feet, I want you to be the girl that's there for me. Now that right there is beautiful, man. I can't lie. That is a beautiful thing to make a song about. Right now I know that I'm not really worth it. If you give me time, I could work on it. Give me some time while I work on it. Losing your patience, and girl, I don't blame you. The earth's in rotation, you waiting for me. I was listening to Star Shopping and going, oh man, this is some real heartfelt stuff right here. And this song is also a thank you letter to her. He also mentions stuff like her friends and family members tell her that she could do better than Peep and he isn't the right one, but she still stands by his side, and that meant a lot to him. When it comes to live performances, it just also hits different when Peep is performing. Seeing so many people just know these emotional tracks word for word is crazy.
Shout out to everyone making my beats. You helping me preach. This music's the only thing keeping the peace when I'm falling to pieces.
I can totally see why Star Shopping was a hit for him early on. Shout out to Cryptic too, man. He helped a lot with this. The next song is another track that Pete made around that time he was living with his mom, and this ended up being another one of his most popular tracks. Recommended on YouTube by Dark and Sheep is Beamer Boy. This was the hypest I was listening to a Lil Peep song. Deadass, when I was playing Beamer Boy, I didn't even need to watch it live. Hearing the song itself, I was on some headbanging shit. So as mentioned, along with Star Shopping, Beamer Boy was made during a time where Peep was feeling down that his life wasn't amounting to anything, but this was also around the time where he linked up with Schema Posse. And thanks to being a part of that collective, that's where his early fans came in, and his fame started to grow from there, and he was seeing the light. Beamer Boy is Peep rapping about wanting a Beamer car now that he done came up. He's repping Schema Posse, and he wants to show off his newfound fame and money by buying a nice ass whip. The best thing about this song, outside of the rock type production, is his melody, and knowing what Peep was in his life at the time he made this song, it just makes it all the better. Lyrics like, I'm a schemer boy, I'm a dreamer boy, I love a girl that don't even need a boy, baby, I'm a Beamer boy, I'm a Beamer boy, I want a Z3, that's a 2-seater boy. That is so hype. But my favorite part is where he specifically touches on how because he started coming up talking that sad boy, emo, depressed talk in his music, that's all the fans be wanting to hear. If he makes a song about anything else, it won't hit as hard as the songs about doing the hard stuff and being sad all the time. You see me doing shows now, I'm a pro now, I got hoes now and I got some dough now, but they don't wanna hear that. They want that real shit. They want that drug talk, that I can't feel shit. When I heard that part, I went, As you see in the tweet, I was like, this whole part is heat. Beamer Boy was an instant hit. Seeing him put on for Schema Posse and just hearing him be happy that his music career was finally getting somewhere, how can you not be happy for this kid? I'm not saying that my expectations are exponentially raised now, but I will say any song after this that's not as hard as Beamer Boy and Star Shopping are going to be downgrades kinda, because these two was insane. Next up from Twitter, recommended by @_Lancelo, is the song White Tee featuring Young Bruh, and also recommended on Twitter from @Rumski the Ho is the song White Wine featuring Lil Tracy. I know you see me shining in my white tee, it's easy. I had no one by my side till this pretty young white bitch. I decided to do a double header for this entry because both of these songs feature Lil Tracy and they both share the same word in their title. Lil Tracy went by a few names in his rap career, Soulja Witch, Young Bruh, and then of course Lil Tracy. So just to make sure y'all don't get confused, both songs for this entry feature the same person. I hope both songs are good too, because remember, Lil Tracy ruined Witchblades for me. But let's start with White Tee. Yeah, you can keep this one. I didn't get anything out of this song. The crazy thing about White Tee is that this is the very first song that Peep and Young Bruh made together. The day that they met, they made this song actually. I was not fond of the beat on this one, especially the very beginning of the song. I don't know what instrument or sound that is, but that I don't like that. It's kind of annoying. But other than the beat, their singing doesn't hit for me, and they're not really talking about anything on this song. The whole track is just about catching the eye of a cute shorty and smashing her. For Young Bruh and Peep, that's pretty much all they both say. Oh, I got this young bitch, she fucking on me, da da da. Young punk bitch, fucking on a young bitch, Fell in love when she saw me in the club, bitch. Young punk bitch, fucking on a drunk bitch. Shawty fell in love, now she doing all my drugs. And Tracy wasn't doing it for me either. Standing in the club like little mama in my eyesight. She going home with me tonight, we connect like Wi-Fi. She going home with me tonight, we connect like Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm sorry, White Tea didn't do it for me. I was kind of bored listening to this song. Now on to White Wine. Peep said this entire song was about having a white girl addiction, not even trying to hide it. He said it straight up, that's what the song meaning is. Now there's two things I specifically have to say about White Wine. One is that I like the song. This was the second Peep and Tracy collab that I liked. Because like I said, I enjoyed I Crash and You Crash, but the other ones, Witchblades and White Tea, I didn't enjoy those. The second thing is, this is the first song by Peep that I felt his influence can be looked at as a bad thing. This, in combination with me enjoying the song, what I mean is, I felt like someone younger than me who suffers from anxiety and depression like Peep did, they would hear a song like White Wine, see the music video, and hear these words, and I'm afraid that they would start using because they think it would help them as well. Even though most people knew that Peep was being harmed by what he was doing, at the end of the day, dude was still rapping about how fun it can be and how he would enjoy being off the stuff. So it's one of those influential things where an impressionable youngin would be like, let me look into this. This may help me. White Wine is the first song where I had that feeling. I had to pause it and go like, yo, this sounds good, but that's the scary part because a young kid shouldn't be listening to this. What they say specifically in this song is so crazy that I don't even want to break it down because I fear this video could get demonetized just talking about it. And I am not about to get packed up on YouTube because y'all wanted to hear me listen to Lil Peep. All I can say is Peep and Tracy use a metaphor throughout the song by making it seem like they're talking about a girl, but the girl is the coke. The melodies sound good from both of them, but what they're talking about is so dark. I really want to show y'all some of these lyrics and how good their singing was, but I'm not about to lose all my bread. White Wine is a song that you seriously are going to have to go listen to it for yourself to fully understand the impact of the song and why I don't want to break it down. It kind of makes me feel bad enjoying this. Like watching this video and listening to this song, it's a little unsettling because it makes you go, wow, these two were some very messed up kids. I gotta move on to the next song, but to everybody watching this, go listen to White Wine and pay attention to the words to it. You'll see what I mean. Next up, recommended on Instagram by @that1nativeguy2, is the track Toxic City. Now, I saw in a couple of areas that this was actually the very first song that Peep released under the name Lil Peep. His rap name was originally Trap Goose, but he changed it to Lil Peep, and the first EP he released under his name was titled Feels, and this track Toxic was the first song on Feels. This track sees Peep singing about his usual topics of handling the ups and downs of life, how he doesn't think he's going to live for a very long time, and how until the Reaper comes and get him, he's going to keep doing what he does. Keep on partying, keep on getting girls, dealing with demons, etc. The issue I have with this song is that although the beat by Drip 133 is nice, Peep didn't say anything that stood out. This track just kind of felt basic to me. Everything from his flows to what he was saying just felt like, alright, this is one of his generic songs. Lines like, so it seems every time that I die I wake up, when it's time to meet my maker I'll be ready for him. This is cool because I know what he's singing about. The first line he was referring to that he's had a couple of ODs and it can be a different feeling every time it happens. But for most of the song, I feel like he wasn't saying anything worth highlighting, and his singing wasn't that amazing either. I wouldn't even recommend Toxic City myself. For y'all out there who want to check out some Peep songs, I wouldn't even give y'all Toxic City. This song is all around just okay. Let's get the final Instagram recommendation done. From @i.m.hip is the song Skyscrapers. So this song came from a very successful early project by Peep, and that was the mixtape CryBaby. Skyscrapers and White Tea featuring Young Bruh are the only songs from CryBaby in this video, but I have heard that one of Peep's best songs from this project is called 19. So I'm sorry, for anybody that was expecting the song 19 to pop up, it's not going to be in here. But this song felt hella short. It's only 2 minutes, but it just felt like it was a little over 1 minute with how quick it was over. Similar to what I said about gym class, Peep doesn't start singing until 34 seconds in. So there's a long ass time at the beginning of just the keyboards playing. There's also only a chorus and a bridge, and the chorus is sang twice, so It sounds like you're hearing the same words being sung over and over the entire time. Now, here's the crazy part about everything I'm saying. I still enjoy the song though. Hotel rooms and skyscrapers. I like that, bro. I do. Skyscrapers is Peep singing about how a girl that he's with, he's showing her materialistic things in life. And he's saying how he's showing her a nice lifestyle in order to get her to like him. Hotel rooms and skyscrapers. I got a new pair of shoes to impress her. She fell in love with the devil the worst. Love now, cry later, it hurts. The second part is him pretty much warning the girl by saying that they're better off enjoying their relationship while they have it in the moment and not think about the future. He knows that their future may not be the most positive experience, but he's willing to give it a try anyway. Like I said, he just repeats the same lines over and over, and that's all he says. There's nothing else to discuss about this song really, but I will say that the singing threw me off at first. The first time I heard this hook, I was like, oh my, but it didn't take long until I grew fond of it. She fell in love with the devil the worst. I like this song, bro. The last song, and it's another song with Lil Tracy, who is already hit or miss for me. But let's give it a chance. Recommended from Cole versus the World on YouTube. It's the track Awful Things. All right. Lil Tracy didn't mess it up this time. Yeah. Shout out to Lil Tracy, man. However, there was a bit of controversy with Lil Tracy involving this song that I'm gonna touch on in a second, because he was tripping when it came to this music video. The song is Peep talking about being in a dysfunctional relationship with a girl that talks down on him and treats him like crap. But he's so used to it now that he asks for the girl to do it. In a strange way, he's telling the girl that he loves when she puts him down and says nasty things about him. It's like a Stockholm Syndrome thing. He's so in love with this girl that even with the way she treats him, he's still willing to give her everything and he's not going anywhere. Tracy helps on the same topic, singing lines such as, burn me down till there's nothing left, I will scream your name with my last breath. No matter how bad you treat me, you can break me down to the smallest molecule possible. I'm still gonna do all I can for you until the end. That's heavy. And I love how the song sounds, period. That screamo punk sound with the guitars, with the singing on the chorus, all of it sounds amazing. Now, to address the controversy with Tracy. So around this time, summer 2017, Tracy and Peep were not on good terms. Peep was at the height of his popularity and he was being looked at as a pioneer for the emo rap scene and an innovator of underground styles. The issue with that is Tracy and Peep were making the same type of music together and only Peep would get the credit for it. From media outlets, blogs, social media, everywhere, people will hardly acknowledge other members of the Goth Boy clique, and they will only mention Peep as being this amazing artist that had these groundbreaking ideas and sounds that were so new. And this really started to get on Tracy's nerves, as he felt that him and Peep went from being close boys to him living in Peep's shadow. And no matter how many times Peep would tell Tracy, you know, that's not what this is, I still love you, bro, it's not like that, Tracy wasn't trying to hear it. That's where I found this IG live from Tracy, where he broke down how the shooting of this music video went. Apparently, he wasn't even interested in doing the song in the first place. Peep just called him in the room while he was recording, and he pulled up Awful Things and asked Tracy to get on it. And Tracy just went, I don't know, but fine, bro, I'll do it. Fast forward to when it's time to shoot the video. Keep in mind that Tracy was not rocking with anybody at this point, because he was pissed that people were overlooking his talents.
I showed up to the shoot, and I was showed up to the shoot, you feel me? And I was being a dickhead, because at that time, I won't fucking with nobody. Like, I was pissed.
So he started to take that out on other people. At the shoot, he was being very demanding, saying that he wouldn't film unless he got some drink in his system. And it got so out of hand to the point where a lot of the stuff they filmed with Tracy in it, they had to cut it out because he was tweaking too much. Even some of the stuff that remained in the video, Tracy admitted that he was tweaking off of stuff there and said that he can barely move and barely stay awake.
That's why in the scene where, if you look in the scene where I'm just like this, like literally, I couldn't move. That's why I was doing that. And you know the picture of me sitting down on the lockers, that was real, bro. I was asleep, like But we did shoot a couple more scenes, but they just totally X'd them out. And yeah, I was just a really salty bitch back then. I was like a mean girl, like, and that's why I freaked out.
It's a lot to unpack in this one song, man. But I do commend Soldier Witch, Young Tracy, whatever name he wants to go by, for being honest about it and taking accountability. For him to admit, like, yeah, man, I just made the situation way worse than it needed to be. I was just being a diva, being mad at everybody. That's very mature for him to do that. On top of all of that, Awful Things is just a magnificent song, period. And it's the best collab that Tracy and Peep have together from what I've heard. I was about to end the video here, but I can't lie, y'all. There was one song that was getting commented so much that after I chose the other 11 songs, I just said, all right, this gotta go in there, because it seems like the streets love this one. The title is very fitting as well, because we can end this video on a beautiful note. The final track in this video, recommended by Raccoon Duh on YouTube, is Life is Beautiful. The only song in this video from Come Over When You're Sober Part 2. Life is Beautiful is one of those sarcastic irony songs where a person names a whole bunch of negative things about a situation and follows it up with, now isn't that just the best? Now see, that's just great, isn't it? After they name a whole bunch of undesirable things. That's what this track is. Peep spends the song talking about everything from being an outcast from your family, dealing with a mundane and boring 9-to-5 job, deaths in the family, you being sick, the whole nine. And after listing all of these things, he sings, "Isn't life beautiful? I think that life is beautiful." And then, per usual, he talks about woo-side and touches on how sometimes there's way more downs to life than ups, that you don't even want to celebrate the ups. Because the moment you get something positive happening to you in your life, you just get this feeling of like, oh, here we go. Some shit is about to happen. I already know. So you grow numb to the good things even happening to you. And it becomes comical how you can be in the same rotating situations. My gripe with this song is that although it's lyrically great, it doesn't sound great. Like, lyrically, this song is much better than other tracks I dislike from him, like Witchblaze, White Tea, and Toxic City. But the sound of the track just doesn't pull me in enough, and it isn't that entertaining. The combination of the production by Smoke Sack and Peep's soft melodies, they're fine. So, although it's a good song, I wouldn't listen to Life is Beautiful, and it's not because I can't handle the deep topic or nothing like that. It's just solely because I don't think it sounds all that great. But to finally answer the question of, was I sleeping on Lil Peep by not checking out his music sooner? Very, very surprisingly, I'm gonna have to say yes. The tough thing about listening to Peep is that listening to his music is an eerily dark experience. Knowing his upbringing and knowing how his music career went and how his life ended, it just instantly puts you in a sad mood hearing one of his songs. Almost everything he says just hits you hard, but the reason why his lyrics work and they hit is because he has the performing chops for it too. His singing, when he gets into his rock and roll or punk bag, he be sounding so good, creating that feel that just has you sitting down and thinking. Not sitting down and thinking on some Lupe Fiasco, Socrates nonsense. I mean, when you sit down and listen to a Peep song and those vocals be hitting you, you just instantly start daydreaming about everything you've been through with family, friends, lovers, and just yourself. And there's very few artists that can make you feel like that. Off of the songs I've heard, I completely see why millions of people grew attached to this kid and loved his music. All in all, rest in peace to Lil Peep. He was certainly an innocent kid where the hardships of life just overcame him way too much. And nobody deserves to go out like that.
Alto, alto, alto.